What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host,
I'm here too.
The Hot Commodity, and Steve, joined by my own Hot Commodity. You are jumping into our freshly made time machine as we are covering the Attitude Years Season 3, covering all of the new millennium. We have covered Season 1, which is December 97 to December 98. Season 2 is the whole year of 1999. Corporation, corporate ministry, the birth of Triple H and Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. And now we are in towards the end of 2000 here. And we have made it to SummerSlam live in Raleigh, North Carolina.
I don't know, but I'm thinking that Triple H and Stephanie might be having a little break coming up.
Maybe, possibly. But before we discuss the pay-per-view, like we do it every month, we're gonna cover the top movies and TV and songs of that particular
And I don't think
era.
I don't think there were movies in the McMahon Helmsley Levesque house.
No, they weren't watching movies this time. Kurt Angle might have been watching with Stephanie, but definitely not Triple H at this point. So what do you want to do first, movies or music? Movies. Okay, so the number 10, and I want to look this movie up because I never heard it. Bless the Child. Whoa.
Never heard of it. Should we talk about our movie?
What's our movie that
we better not.
Is that one that is a little, well, we are uncensored. The one we made last Friday?
Sure.
Pretty sexy.
I like the one from last night.
So, Bless the Child says, Cody, a little girl abandoned by her mother and raised by her aunt, a nurse, is kidnapped. The girl's guardian, aided by an FBI agent, learned that Cody has supernatural abilities.
Cody's a girl?
Yeah. And the abductees are a satanic cult willing to do anything to gain them.
Cody Crybaby.
It's with Kim Basinger, Jimmy Smits, Rufus Sewell. Never heard of it. And Christina Ricci's in it. But that was number 10 movie of August 2000. Number 9 is
If
X-Men.
Christina Ricci's in it, it must be a gem.
Probably great. X-Men. You ever see that movie?
Yeah.
The mutants, superheroes, Wolverine.
I don't know if I remember the very first one.
Storm.
In 2000.
Number 8, Autumn in New York. I've never heard of that.
It's a rom-com.
Did you ever see it?
I don't think so, but I think
it's your favorite person. Romantic drama about an aging playboy who falls for a sweet but terminally ill young woman. And it's with Richard Gere and Winona Ryder.
That kind of reminds me
Anthony LaPaglia.
It reminds me of Sweet November. That's one of my favorite
movies. But that's Autumn in New York. Never saw it. Did you? Number 7 is The Replacements, which I never saw either. That says, during a pro football strike, the owners hire substitute players. And that has Keanu Reeves, Gene Hackman, Orlando Jones.
So, yeah, I'll pass on that one.
You probably won't watch that one. I like Remember the Titans, though. That's a good football movie. Number 6, The Cell, which I don't know. It says, an FBI agent persuades a social worker who is adept with a new experimental technology to enter the mind of a comatose serial killer in order to learn where he has hidden his latest kidnapped victim. And it's with Jennifer Lopez, Vince Vaughn, Vincent D'Onofrio. Interesting. And the picture for it, like,
I like movies with J-Lo, actually.
It looks really weird because, like, J-Lo looks like a weird, like,
she looks Asian.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. Creepy. Never saw it.
Looks like some what do you call it?
Weird love going on. It got a 6.4 on IMDb.
Necrophilia, that's what it looks like.
Number 5, Coyote Ugly.
Yes, that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I've only seen it once. Well, you're more girly, I guess. No, I'm kidding. Oh, okay, well, you guys can't fight the moonlight in it.
Well, I think you have to like be a bar person to appreciate it. Like it's like a nightclub movie.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a nightclub person anymore,
Well, you could
but in my younger
understand
years, yeah.
what the bartenders are going. I mean, I don't know if you've ever really got on top of a bar and stripped, which has been really hot and fun,
No,
but
definitely not. But I've seen people.
a lot of people like this movie. A lot of women like really like
Yeah,
it.
it's
And when
fun.
I say women, I mean like Drew Barrymore has said she liked this movie, and you wouldn't think
It's
someone like Drew.
yeah, because it's
So
fun.
it's not like it's not just about people dirty, dancing. There's more to it,
It's
right?
a rom-com, and it's about a girl who moves to the city,
Mhm.
and she takes this job, and it's she doesn't tell her dad for a few months because they dance on top of the bar, but they're not strippers. But
Oh, they're just.
it's a
It's
little
like
risque.
a cute little like Nashville type
Yeah, and I mean they
hoedown.
wear slutty clothes and dance on the bar. She don't want her dad.
It's
to
like a
know.
Hooter,
Right?
but a more
And
like less
and
whorish.
she is striving. She wants to be a musician, and she falls in love with a musician,
I love
and
her. She's in Cheaper by the Dozen.
she writes the lyrics, and he writes the song, and of course he doesn't really like her work
Okay, well, you're
there.
spoiling everything for people who haven't seen this movie.
Everyone has seen.
Well, I want to see. I'll potentially watch it again because I don't fucking know right here. But this is what Ian does with movies. He tells you everything that fucking happens before you go see it, and then you go to watch it. And I okay, I already know what happened. That's okay. I appreciate it. Number 4 is What Lies Beneath. I want you to watch that. It's with Michelle Pfeiffer, and I showed you the trailer. Michelle Pfeiffer and Harrison Ford.
You showed me the trailer. I don't remember it at this moment, but
It looks
I
good.
remember it was scary.
It was good. Number 3 is The Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps.
Yes,
Hercules.
because my girl Janet was in this
Janet.
one.
She was. Ooh, we're having microphone problems.
Yeah, the stand.
Is like fucking up. Well, I think the problem is like there needs to be. Anyways,
Yeah, we need a like.
does it sound any different without this?
It doesn't make a difference.
Doesn't make a difference. Well, maybe I'll hold it like this.
There you
Whoa,
go.
there I go. Here we go. I'll hold it like this and be like one of those fucking
I'll show you.
Howard Stern people.
I'll show you.
Okay. The Clumps is funny though. I like the Clumps.
Is that the one?
Yeah, Janet Jackson, the old grandmothers in the hot tub.
And she has the doesn't really matter song.
Yeah, and what was I going to say to you about it? They're at the buffet, remember? And they're eating, and no, you don't remember.
I don't remember what happens at the buffet.
They're like eating, and it's just funny because they're fat.
Okay.
All right, number 2 in August of 2000 is Space Cowboys.
Come and take a ride.
When retired engineer, Frank Corbin is called upon to rescue a failing satellite. He insists that his equally old teammates accompany him into space. And that's with Clint Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones, Donald Sutherland.
And Instant did the soundtrack.
They did?
Yeah. Come and take a ride.
That's from the song. I thought it was just on their album. I didn't know that was from the movie.
That was from
That I like that song. Yippee-yi-yo, right? Yeah, yo, right?
Yeah, and Left Eye Lisa from TLC just the rap.
Yeah, I like. All right, and the number 1 movie of August 2000, Hollow Man. You ever seen this? A brilliant scientist's discovery renders him invisible, but transforms him into an omni omnipotent, dangerous megalomaniac. And it has Kevin Bacon, Elizabeth Shue, Josh Brolin,
Hey,
Kim
Alexa,
Dickens.
what's a megalomaniac?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, a megalomaniac is someone who has an obsessive desire for power and believes in their own greatness or importance to an exaggerated extent. It is
So,
often
Alexa,
associated
stop.
with an
He becomes invisible, but thinks he's like better than everybody. I guess
Yeah, he's basically.
it got a on IMDb, which I mean it doesn't really matter. Ooh, little quote there from Janet. Got a 5.9. So just because it was the number 1 movie doesn't mean it was good. But there you go. Those are the top 10 movies of August 2000. Now let's cover the top 10 songs of August 2000. Number 10 is Everything You Want by Vertical Horizon. This song has
I
been
love
on
that
for like
song.
months at this point, but it is a good song. I
It's a
remember
good
it.
song. They still play it in like the grocery stores and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, yeah, and like those fucking like Gilmore Girls type shows. There's always but I will say I miss that in the stupid like teen shows now. They don't do like popular current music in the shows. They always do
No, all
weird
the
like
shows now,
indie.
or they do like weird fucking remakes or
Yeah,
covers.
yeah, it's weird. I don't know, but I do like that song. Number 9 is Try Again by Aaliyah. I remember that song. That was a good song. That was a bop. Uh, Number 8, Absolutely Story of a Girl by 9
This
Days.
is story of
I remember that
girl.
song. That was in Lizzie McGuire. That was the first time I heard it, and I really liked it.
That was
Turn
also
the river
on
and cry the whole world.
um
While she looks so sad in photographs. I absolutely love her.
that was also on that Smallville soundtrack.
Ooh, that soundtrack had some bops, and
Yes, and
you
four
were
good songs
let me
on
tell
it.
you, you were playing them all in your
I
room,
sure was.
bopping away. Um, Number 9, or I'm sorry, number 7 is No More by Rough Ends. I just played it earlier. I didn't know it
I remember
before, but it does sound a little bit familiar after hearing it a bit. But number 6, It's Gonna Be Me by NSYNC.
good song.
It's gonna be May. I mean, it's gonna be June, but you know, every month whenever Facebook starts, there's always that little meme of him with his ramen noodle here. Justin Timberlake, we're talking about. Number 5.
With
Wait, am
his
I right?
ramen noodle.
Okay, yeah.
What's his ramen
They
noodle?
say his hair looks like ramen noodles. The frosted tips, Justin, in the
I thought it was a
2000s.
dick joke because they say he has a tiny
Nah,
one.
well, that of course that's what you would go to when it comes to Justin Timberlake, but
Well, he has a small one.
yeah, I know, and he fucked with Britney. Leave Britney alone.
Yeah, Brittany was like, I want a big dick.
That's why she cheated. Well, I don't think she did.
I think Kevin Federline has a big one.
Number 5. Wait, did I say? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, number 5 is "I Want to Know" by Joe. I want to know what turns you on. You know that song?
I've
So
heard it.
I don't really like that song. It's just a famous like chorus that stays in my head. Ooh. Number 4 is "Jumpin' Jumpin' by Destiny's Child, the
Yes, that was
popular
a good
song.
one.
That's a good song. I don't give a fuck. Little Aunt at like 8 years old was like, "Ladies, leave your man at home." I think I knew what I was talking about. Well, my sister had the like Now CDs, and all of those songs were on them.
I
So
had
I,
the very first Mavs CD
mhm.
because Hanson was on it, so I had to get it.
Bop.
Yeah.
Number 3 is "Bent" by Matchbox 20. I love that song.
I love Matchbox Three. That's like they're like on my bucket list for
My dad
songs.
got to see them in concert. Isn't that shitty? He didn't take me.
That is,
Fuck you, Dad, for
I
that.
I just said they're on my bucket list of
I would
concerts.
like to go see
I
them.
would love.
I don't know why my dad went to go see Matchbox 20. I mean, I really like them, but like, he never really like. It's weird. But
Yeah, I
anyways,
can't see your dad listening to them.
I like them. Rob Thomas is good too, like on
Oh,
his
I love
own.
Rob Thomas.
But
The either the guitarist or the drummer went to middle school with my aunt in Wallingford.
your
In
aunt,
Matchbox 20.
Jill. Okay.
The really fat one.
So is the one without the ankles.
Right, the one with the tank.
Now, do you think she got her music ability from that drummer or guitarist, whatever you said?
Definitely not. She
No.
didn't even know.
Is she good? She's not. Where did she get her musical talent from?
She plays a ukulele, so there you go.
You're kidding. No way.
I showed you a video.
How
of it.
big does she look compared to that ukulele, though?
I showed you the video.
I forgot. I think I put it out of my mind.
Remember she was doing Bon Jovi?
I just love when they play the.
Remember she was doing Bon Jovi?
We're halfway there.
There she was doing the home song. What's that one?
Oh, I know. Who says you can't go
Yes.
home? I do, because I'm gonna eat you when you get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good for her for playing the.
Heroin and dead
Oh,
bodies.
well, that's great. This is a great podcast. Hi. And for those of you who don't know Jill, I guess now you do. Um, Number 2 song of what do you think she was doing in August of 2000 though?
She was just going to college.
Oh, so this is Jill's aunt's aunt, right?
Sure.
Okay, good. Well, but you guys are like close in age, so it's
Yeah, half.
half.
We only have
It's
Because
not
my
Vesuvius.
mom and
Vesuvius.
her have different dads.
Oh, this has turned into a fucking genealogy
Yeah, and no
podcast
one
now.
knows who the fuck we're talking about.
What's that show called on PBS? Who do you think you are? Why are you smelling the pillow? Oh, okay. I caught on. Number 2 is Incomplete by Cisco.
I don't know that one.
I think I know it. I'll play it off. I don't think we can play it on here because they might shut us off, but it's you'll know it if you heard it. Well, because sometimes YouTube is like
You
extra.
gotta hear like 2 seconds.
You'll know it when you hear it.
When I hear
like.
Incomplete, I think of
I.
Backstreet Boys. Okay.
You know this.
You can't even hear it. You could be poor.
Believe. He was jamming.
Cisco should have stayed with
The thong
song.
song.
And just cut it from there.
And then you mentioned this earlier. The number 1 song of August 2000 is "Doesn't Really Matter" by Janet Jackson.
Oh, really?
And that was the number 1 song. Janet Jackson is a fucking legend. Respect. She's taking care of Michael's kids, and she's killing it. Respect. Well, those are the top 10 movies and songs of August 2000, and we'll give you the next time you'll hear us doing
Both
this.
our mothers were like, they're gonna be okay. They're gonna be with
Yeah.
Janet.
Janet Jackson is like, I mean, anybody that was like born in the like late 60s and like grew up in the 80s, like
Our moms love Janet.
the women are obsessed with Janet Jackson. I don't know why, what it is, but they love Janet.
Because her music was great.
Yeah.
Well, she's a great singer.
What was
And
when
she
you
was
played the
fashionable.
Escapade one?
The Escapade was a good one.
Oh,
And
you smiled when you heard about Escapade.
there's so many.
I like Rhythm Nation. I like Let's Wait a While. You ever hear
I
that
don't
one?
know that one.
It's like about waiting for sex.
My mom like saw the Velvet Rope.
I don't really
It was
know.
like a later
Janet, Nasty Boys.
Yeah.
I like that one. All right.
Nasty
I like her
Boys
later stuff because I remember it like when I was little.
for
All
80s
for
songs.
You, Doesn't Really Matter. Feedback. I like a lot of her, like but that's because I was
Asian
around.
Persuasion.
Isn't that in Feedback? My Asian persuasion. How you like my style? Yeah,
She ain't no
sexy,
Asian
sexy,
either.
sexy. What is she, black?
Yeah. It's a Jackson.
You know what's interesting though, and this is very far off, and we're gonna get back to it.
Yeah,
Is
we're
like
18 minutes in.
it's okay. Michael Jackson, his skin became white, right? But like the family is very light skinned in terms of like pigmentation. So
Well,
it's like interesting
the
how like
dad's not.
the dad's not, but the kids are.
No, neither is the mom though. The parents are dark. The kids are young.
Not really though.
The mom?
The mom's not that.
She's black. You would never mistake her.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is that like if like it wasn't a drastic change in his pigmentation when he became white because he was already like kind of halfway there.
Well, he had a.
Respect to the Jacksons, including
And
Michael.
supposedly he did it like himself, but I think he did it because there's a lot of pictures of him where it's like he has spots.
It all started when Ben passed away, man. And shame on you for not knowing about Ben. And until you know about Ben, we won't be talking about it.
Okay.
So let's move on to WWF
Hold
Summers.
Hold on. Okay, I'm over it.
Oh, gee, I'm glad. But you know who's not Michael because he's still sad about it. You don't know Ben, the mouse, his friend. He sings a song called Ben. Ben,
movie?
the two of us. Yeah, but in
Well,
real,
I didn't know he
we
had
have to
mouse.
watch the Jacksons
Yeah,
movie
we talked
because
about
it.
3 months
Let
ago.
me tell you, the mouse is in it. And the father scares him at night. It's creepy. Anyways,
He has a real mouse.
yeah, that's where
As
this.
a pet?
It's his friend because he's sad and lonely.
But
Doesn't
is
have
it
any.
like a mouse that's in the house, or is it like?
It's his mouse. It's like a mouse that got in from outside that he becomes friends with. I like Michael Jackson. I feel bad. I like you too. All right, so we're covering WWF SummerSlam 2000
Let's get ready
live
to rumble.
in Raleigh, North Carolina. And to kick us off, we have the Right to Censor taking on Rikishi and Too Cool. And Rikishi and Too Cool have the hose with them. And fun fact I learned by listening to the Something to Wrestle With podcast that Victoria is an actual wrestler, one of the hoes, but the other hoe was actually a dancer. So she was really a hoe. So
Get it, girl.
her name I think was like Muffy or something, or Mindy, I don't know. It was an interesting name. But anyways, the good father shoves the hose to the floor, and Grandmaster Sexy superplexes Steven Richards, but Steven Richards is able to super kick Scotty to Hottie as Scotty goes for the worm, and the Right to Censor get the victory. But Steven hit a really bad super kick here. But you said the Right to Censor were going to win in this match, so what do you think?
Well, I was right.
Mm-hmm.
They did win, and I figured they would because for them to keep going and for the storyline, it made sense. It
Yes,
was an all right match. It was like,
it was basic.
I mean, I don't know. I think it was like AJ Styles or somebody was like, if you're not the last match, you want to be the first. So if the first match is supposed to be great,
Well, the first two opening matches weren't given much. So yeah, so that's the opening
so
match.
like, how good of a match are you gonna have with Steven Richards?
Well, we're gonna argue that point with the next match though. X-Pac versus Road Dogg is the second match on the card, and two friends finding out who the better man is.
This was a little more
I
exciting.
know it was kind of boring though.
No, but it was better than the first.
Road Dogg hits a spine buster, X-Pac hits a low blow, and then an X Factor, and X-Pac defeats Road Dogg. After X-Pac says that's it, we're still a great team, no hard feelings. And then Road Dogg pretty much gives him a little frisky action in the back and hits a pump handle slam.
Yeah, Road Dogg likes to do it from the doggy style from the back.
And I don't know how much longer these two are going to be teaming
Not
together.
much. No, I don't think so. I'm waiting for Billy Gunn to come back.
Billy Gunn.
I don't think that's gonna happen for like a year.
Well, you'll see what
But
happens.
maybe.
You'll see with Billy Gunn. Next up, and I hate this mic. We gotta like fix this microphone setup. It's not
We
fun.
will.
Next up we have the WWF Intercontinental Championship.
Why don't you just hold it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I could hold it, but I feel like I might have to.
just bring it.
Intercontinental Champion Val Venus teaming up with Trish Stratus against Eddie Guerrero and Chyna. Whoever gets the pinfall here, is the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, this was like Trish Stratus' first big match.
Yeah, I mean, she fought at Fully Loaded, but this really wasn't. This was her big. Chyna clotheslines Val Venus, and then her and Eddie hit a double flapjack to Val for a 2. Chyna then hits a DDT to Val Venus. Trish kicks Eddie Guerrero in the ribs, but Eddie is able to toss Val Venus into the ring steps, getting Chyna alone with Trish, and Chyna lands a military press slam. Chyna gets the pin, so Chyna is the new Intercontinental Champion. This is a 2-time champion now, the ninth wonder of the world. What did you think?
I was really happy because I didn't think Chyna got the belt again. And yeah, so it was a big surprise for me.
Mm-hmm.
And Chyna was my favorite in this match. If not, I would have liked to see Eddie Guerrero get it. But and honestly, where Chyna already was a champion, I kind of feel like Eddie should have got it. But I think there's more to that. I think this might be the end of Eddie and Chyna.
Okay. I need to come a bit closer because as I'm looking, I don't know if it's picking up a lot of what you're saying.
I can hear
You
it,
can hear
but
yourself?
yeah.
Okay, because as I'm looking at this, it's like,
Yeah. No.
okay. So your predictions were kind of, well, they were right for the Eddie match because I mean Eddie didn't win, but their team won, but Road Dogg lost though. So Stephanie McMahon Helmsley is backstage talking to the makeup lady, and she tells her that Kurt's a good kisser.
Stephanie got it in.
Stephanie's playing with friggin' trouble, man. She's got Triple H who's gonna show up and see it. She don't give two flying fucks, it seems like here. I mean, she's the $1 billion princess, but come on, Stephanie. Next up, Jerry the King Lawler taking on Tazz. Tazz comes out with a cane and a cowboy hat, mocking Jim Ross, who supposedly fucked up his eye with the glass going through it on SmackDown.
Sure.
King slams Tazz to the mat and hits a flying fist drop. King then pile drives Tazz, but Tazz gets up right like out of taking it, which is kind of silly because he got fucked up. Power Driver looks like it hurts.
Yeah,
Um,
he totally
Tazz tosses King into the referee and applies a Tazz mission, but then Jim Ross gets up and smashes a candy bowl over Tazz's head, and the King gets the win. And Jim Ross says, "That's what you get, you bastard, you son of a bitch!" Like he goes off on Tazz. So, what do you think about Tazz losing here?
I was definitely surprised about that. I thought he was gonna win. But I wanted the King to win, so
Yep.
it was good. And Jerry Lawler wasn't he wasn't all that old and out of shape at this point. So it wasn't totally unbelievable. And especially where he got some help um from JR with
Yes.
the
The candy bowl. Next up, Hardcore Champion Shane McMahon defends against Steve Blackman here. Steve Blackman puts a trash can over Shane McMahon and hits him with numerous times with kendo stick shots and lands a back suplex. TNA come out and attack Steve Blackman, but eventually Steve is able to attack them with kendo stick shots as well. Shane climbs the top of the stage structure. Steve Blackman follows him and nails Shane McMahon with a kendo stick shot 3 times. Shane falls off. It was like what, like 20 feet, maybe 15, something
Oh no,
higher.
that was like that. JR said 50. It wasn't 50, but I'll say that was probably 30.
He falls
It
30
was
feet.
it was a lot.
Steve hits a flying elbow drop off the top of the structure onto Shane on the floor, and Steve Blackman is the new hardcore champion. And I remember as a kid this being a like defining moment, like in WWE for me at least, because I never seen anything like that. And to see Shane McMahon just like Shane of all people being able to do something like that.
Yeah, it was really.
But I liked it. It definitely is a highlight reel moment for this pay per view in general, and it is probably one of the better moments of the show. Oh, this is fun. We are now gonna. Ooh, I can manipulate this. You don't have to hold it.
I got it.
I can hold it, baby. You're sweet and cute. Thank you, though. He has pretty eyes too. And he just smiled. That was such a scummy, cute smile.
No,
Though.
I smiled because I did a kiss sound.
Oh, I didn't hear it. All right. Next
you
up.
don't hear any of them. You're not
No,
gonna hear
I'm
it
not
unless you
gonna
listen to
know.
the whole
Yeah,
thing.
so I won't know.
There's not that many, but a couple.
Stephanie worries about Shane McMahon backstage, and Kringle tells her he's okay, and they hug. And then Commissioner Foley shows up and tells Stephanie that Shane fell on his kisser. So, good little pun there. Next up, we've got the special 2 out of 3 falls match: Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit. Benoit sends Jericho into the post on the floor and applies an STF in the ring. And then Jericho hits a bulldog, goes for a lion salt, but Benoit gets his knees up, and then Benoit applies a crossface. Jericho
Wait,
taps out.
Stephanie was on her knees?
No, Jericho was.
Oh.
Benoit gets the first fall victory here. Uh, Benoit then lands a German suplex, but Jericho is able to counter into a walls of Jericho. Benoit taps out, so Jericho gets a second fall.
Break the wall down.
In the third fall, Jericho lands a flying shoulder block for a 2. Benoit lands a full Nelson suplex and a leg drop for a 2 count as well. Jericho then lands a lion salt, but Benoit is able to roll up Jericho and grab hold of the ropes, and Chris Jericho wins. I'm sorry, Chris Benoit wins this 2 out of 3 falls match. What did you think? You didn't like it?
No, it was a really good match. Obviously I wasn't happy with the outcome, but um, it'll give them a good segue into more because he cheated, and he'll want a rematch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited, but I feel like at this point they fought at 3 different pay-per-views. Let's figure out like what's to come. Next up, we have the WWF Tag Team titles on the line in a TLC match. The Tag Team Champions Edge and Christian defending against the Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys here. Excuse
I
me
can't
as I
stop yawning.
yawn.
I'm not tired.
But you were
Most
yawning
people,
here.
most people think yawning is tired. It's a lack of oxygen, but I can't stop.
Well, they also say that they're infectious, so
Oh, definitely. It's weird.
I yawn because
I
of you.
definitely, if someone yawns around me, I'm like,
It also says that you have you're a very like you you're very loving if you're able to yawn after someone yawns.
Really?
All right, back to the match before we go, because we only get 30-minute intervals on each one, so we'll
We
pick up.
have 10 seconds.
Do we really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, guess what, guys? We're gonna cover the tag match now.